and welcome to Style Syndicate. I'm your host, Lindwe Sitole, and I'm here to bring you your lifestyle and entertainment news. Here's what you can expect from this week's episode. We take a look at the tiny home trend that's fast-growing in South Africa. Renowned architect Nico van der Meulen shows us a spectacular, ultra-modern residence in Mooikloof. Fashion designer Tsepo Mohala talks to us about his socially conscious t-shirt line. And award-winning musician Shikana gets ready for her music festival. We're up on the hills in the east of Tshwane to take a look at the sophisticated and ultra-modern home clad with rusted boxes, natural stone, steel, wood and glass. It's the creation of renowned architect Nico van der Meulen. Nico, this property is just one of the most beautiful I've seen in my entire life, I have to say. What are some of the features here?
Oh, well, what is not here?
Yeah,
that's the question. Yeah, no, it's 15,000 square meter stand, so it's 1.5 hectare stand with a house that's nearly 1,500 square meters. And we counted earlier, 4 bedrooms plus 3 guests, 4 suites plus 3 guest suites. So it's quite a substantial house, and with home theatre, very nice study, and as you can see, a jacuzzi out on the veranda, and the whole house is this indoor-outdoor living style that we like to do, where you stand in the kitchen, you can feed the kids in the pool.
Do you find that a lot of South Africans want this indoor-outdoor feel?
I think the main feature of the house is that just about every room in the house is north-facing, and facing the view was important. So the north side of the house is totally glass. There's no walls on the north side if you look at it carefully. I think that's our typical South African lifestyle. And with our climate, people want to live like this. You don't want to live cut off inside the house.
What did the owner want exactly? What was the brief that you got?
What he's seen was actually the house next door. And he loved this same sort of kitchen setup that we had there, where the kitchen was right next to the pool, and the kitchen is part of your outdoor living area. It's not hidden away at the back of the house. And he definitely asked for getting the same sort of layout here. He just got a breakfast room also, which the house next door doesn't have. So we added in the breakfast room there in the east, where it gets the morning sun and the north winter sun. So it's a nice, cheerful place to sit any time of the year.
Nico plays around with different textures to make the house more interesting. He mixes cotton steel for a rusted look, as well as natural soil and stone.
So outside we used a lot of the stone that we dug up here, for this is a total scaly site. So at one stage we had a mountain of stone out here. So that became all these gabion walls and some of the cladding and so forth we did with the stone. And then inside the house we used a lot of these brass cladding and with the cutouts in them, so that that is sort of the theme through the house that carries through the whole house and tie everything together. But yeah, there's quite a bit of texture in the house to make it more interesting. The same thing with ceilings. We did a lot of work on ceilings, so you don't get these big blank expanses of white ceilings.
And when it comes to the ceiling, he shied away from the typical boring white ceiling.
Ceilings is obviously one of the things that quite often gets totally neglected in design. And then you sit with this dead expanse above you. So you'll find that most of our buildings, we spend quite a bit of time working on our ceiling. If you've got enough light, you don't need the white ceiling. You see, the white ceiling came from the days when you had small windows and you wanted to reflect that light. Now with your old north wall glass, you don't need it. You can go for a darker ceiling.
And this that I'm looking at, it looks like a pool, but you're telling me that it is actually a body of water from the storm and from rains that's collected for the garden.
Yeah, it's basically a reservoir. We take all the water from the roofs and from the driveways and stuff, and channel it in there, so that we've got water just about all year round to irrigate the property with. Today there are no ducks. We quite often have some ducks swimming around here that came in, the wild ducks that come swimming.
That's the fanciest reservoir I've seen. Where do you draw your inspiration from, Nico?
I think it's just staying awake long enough at night, so you start hallucinating. It's also experience, you know. I've been in this game now for nearly 50 years, so yeah, sometimes you've seen so many things in so many different places, you don't even know where the inspiration comes from. Yes. It just happens. And then I've got these young people in the office, like my son, and the associates in the office, who grabs whatever I come up with and make it really stunning. That's the advantage of employing young people. They've got young ideas also.
Nico has been running his company for 36 years and has built homes in about 40 countries.
And according to my staff, we've done about 4,000 projects in the 37 years. So I haven't taken the time to try and count them, but that is what they tell me. And so yeah, we're fairly prolific, and we do a lot of work. What a lot of people don't realize is how many alterations, renovations we do on old houses. We love working in these old established suburbs and taking old rundown houses and renovating them and creating fresh new buildings in place. Areas like Bryanston, for instance, we've done a lot of work there on old houses.